Hello my motor enthusiasts. Today, we delve into the buzzing world of Formula One where Fernando Alonso, the Spanish maestro, has inked a new long-term deal with Aston Martin, ensuring his presence on the grid until the 2025 and 2026 seasons at least. This remarkable commitment from Alonso has drawn admiration from peers like Lando Norris of McLaren, who praises Alonso's enduring dedication and consistency. Ferrari's Charles Leclerc, while reflecting on his own future, admires Alonso's relentless motivation and performance even at his age. Meanwhile, Esteban Ocon reminisces about Alonso's inspiring battles which fueled his own F1 aspirations. Adding to the chorus, Zhu Guanyu from Kick Sauber labels Alonso as his racing role model. It's clear, Alonso's career continues to inspire and challenge the norms of longevity in the high-octane world of Formula One racing. Quite the saga, isn't it? Hello there. I'm Enzo, your host on the F1 Motor Fever podcast, coming at you every day with the freshest slices of the Formula One world. Joining me as always is the insightful William, who's here to dive deep into the racing rabbit hole with us.
Glad to be here, Enzo. Always ready to explore the ins and outs of these incredible racing stories with you and our listeners.
Fantastic. And hey, if you're enjoying our discussions, don't forget to subscribe to our channel. Hit that notification bell, drop a comment, and share the excitement with your mates. Your support keeps our engines running here at F1 Motor Fever podcast.
Absolutely, every bit of interaction helps. Plus, it's a brilliant way for us to connect with more Formula One enthusiasts like yourselves.
Speaking of excitement, you won't believe the news we've got today. Fernando Alonso is not just making headlines, he's writing new chapters in the history books of Formula One. Why is this relevant? Well, think about the sheer dedication and performance it takes to stay at the top of your game. Stay tuned, because there's more to this story. Full throttle, everyone. It's quite intriguing to see the level of respect and admiration Fernando Alonso is commanding from fellow drivers, isn't it? After committing to a new long-term deal with Aston Martin, it's clear he's not just riding out the waves, he's making them.
Absolutely. His endurance is something that really stands out. I mean, Lando Norris mentioned Alonso's dedication, both on and off the track. It's a testament to Alonso's character, really showing that age is merely a number in this high-stakes sport.
Indeed, and speaking of numbers, Norris himself is unsure if he wants to continue racing in Formula One in 20 years' time. That's quite the statement coming from a young, ambitious driver at McLaren. It really puts into perspective the unique path Alonso is carving out for himself.
It does make one think, doesn't it? And then you have Charles Leclerc from Ferrari, already contemplating his future in other racing categories like Le Mans. It sounds like while Alonso inspires, he also sparks contemplation about longevity and career trajectories in motor racing.
Exactly. And what strikes me the most here is how Alonso's commitment to Aston Martin is described almost like a lifetime deal. That's not something you hear very often in Formula One. It's both impressive and, frankly, a bit surprising.
I agree, it's quite the revelation. Formula One is as much about the machines as it is about the mettle of its drivers. Alonso's journey continues to inspire not just his peers but countless fans around the globe.
That's the spirit of Formula One, isn't it? Full throttle, no matter the age or the odds. It's fascinating, the ripple effect Alonso has had across generations of drivers. Esteban Ocon, the Alpine driver, even credits his own journey into Formula One to watching Alonso's legendary battles with Michael Schumacher. This really underscores the inspirational power that figures like Alonso hold within the sport, doesn't it?
Absolutely. It's a testament to his influence, not just in terms of his skill on the track but also the passion he ignites in those who watch him. And speaking of influence, Zhu Guanyu's story is another striking example. From watching Alonso from the grandstands at the Chinese Grand Prix to making his Formula One practice debut in Alonso's car, and now racing full-time for Kick Sauber. His journey encapsulates the dreams many young drivers harbor.
Indeed, and it's not just about the longevity but also the breadth of Alonso's career. Winning in nearly every format he's competed in, from karting to Le Mans to sports cars in the States. It's a splendid display of versatility and commitment to the sport.
And that's precisely why his peers and new entrants into Formula One hold him in such high regard. It's the blend of dedication, success, and influence that sets apart a career like Alonso's as not just successful but iconic in the realm of motorsports.
On top of this, the feedback from fellow racers like Zhu hoping to battle it out on the track with Alonso highlights the competitive spirit that Alonso still brings to the races. It's this spirit that keeps the sport thrilling and keeps fans glued to their screens.
It really does. And with all this talk about careers and legacies, it also throws a spotlight on the future of Formula One. how the actions and careers of current racers will inspire the next generation. Alonso's story isn't just about his past victories but about fueling the fire of future champions.
That's a brilliant point. It makes one wonder about the long-term impact of today's actions and achievements. As we continue to watch these careers unfold, it's clear that the narrative of Formula One is as much about the roaring engines as it is about the legacy left behind. Moving on to another fascinating aspect of the sport, McLaren's recent success has certainly turned heads, hasn't it? New Stella admitted to being quite surprised at how well the team performed, especially considering they thought the China event would be about damage limitation.
It really highlights how unpredictable Formula One can be. Expectations can be flipped on their heads, and teams that might seem to be on the back foot can suddenly surge forward. McLaren's performance is a perfect example of this unpredictability and a relentless pursuit of excellence.
Exactly, and it's this unpredictability that keeps the sport so exhilarating for fans and teams alike. When you think a race is just going to be about limiting damage, and it turns into a success story, it just adds another layer of excitement and intrigue to the season.
Absolutely, and it also speaks volumes about the team's strategy and their ability to adapt under pressure. It's not just about the cars and the drivers, but also about the strategists and engineers working tirelessly behind the scenes.
That's a stellar point. It's the combined effort of everyone involved that turns what could have been a setback into a triumph. This aspect of Formula One, where every cog in the machine plays a critical role, is what makes it such a compelling sport.
Indeed, and as we look towards the remaining races, it'll be interesting to see how these dynamics play out, how teams adapt and evolve, and whether we'll see more surprises like McLaren's unexpected success.
As always, the world of Formula One never ceases to amaze us with its twists and turns. Let's keep our eyes peeled for what's coming next. William, what's the word on the street, internet-wise?
Right, listen to this. Roddy de Ruin said, quote, Adrian Newey's desire to leave is public thumbs down of Red Bull regime, unquote.
That's quite a statement. What's the reaction been like?
Quite animated, actually. Sarah Wright commented, quote, nothing really new, although the bit about Horner being unable to extract the Marco clause from Max's contract is interesting. Does he think Max would want to stay if he just, somehow, meddled with the terms of the deal, unquote.
Oh, a bit of intrigue there. Any more on that?
Indeed, John D. quipped, quote, Darth Horner, I am altering the deal, pray I don't alter it any further, unquote. And it spiraled into a Star Wars theme from there. Terry Jung added, quote, Max Skywalker, I am an F1 driver, like my father before me, although, much, much better, unquote.
Ha ha ha, that's brilliant. Anything else?
Yes, it gets deeper. Sarah Wright further mentioned that this was at the height of tensions and pointed out the legal complexities, saying, quote, it appears to be legal according to this article. This was something that came up at the height of the tensions too. It was said Yuvidhya was ready to challenge the clause if push came to shove, since it was reportedly added at some point after the initial contract was signed, by Marco without Horner's knowledge, unquote.
Quite the soap opera, isn't it? How are people feeling about this whole scenario?
It's a mix, really. David Froome suggested, quote, in my opinion, Marco signed his death warrant in the team with that clause. Whatever you think of Horner aside, a director of a company agreeing to a clause that directly benefits himself and harms the company is unforgivable. He could never be trusted again. I'd be surprised if he's still a director, unquote.
That's quite a severe take. Shows just how passionate fans are about the behind-the-scenes dynamics as much as the racing itself. It's these narratives that keep the sport so gripping, on and off the track. What do you reckon?
Absolutely, it's the dramas like these that keep the sport so vivid and alive in the minds of the fans. Whether on the track or through contractual skirmishes behind the scenes, Formula One never fails to entertain and provoke thought.
Thanks for tuning into F1 Motor Fever podcast today. We've had a riveting discussion about the inner workings of Formula One teams and the unexpected turns in team strategies and management. It's been fantastic sharing this time with you. Don't forget to subscribe and hit that notification bell so you won't miss out on any of our episodes. Your support truly helps us keep the wheels turning. Feel free to share our channel with your mates in your Formula One groups, across social platforms like WhatsApp, Facebook, TikTok, Twitter, and even during your social gatherings.
And keep your calendars marked for our regular episodes. You wouldn't want to miss what we have lined up. It's always a bit of a surprise, a bit like a mystery tour, lots of fun and intriguing insights to come. And remember, if you enjoyed today's banter, let us know in the comments, or even what you'd like to hear next.
Absolutely, we're eager to bring you more, and we appreciate every single one of you who tunes in. We're looking forward to our next episode, where we'll dive into more Formula One thrills and spills.
So, until next time, keep laughing and keep loving all things Formula One. We're here to fuel your passion for speed and strategy with more fascinating discussions and uproarious commentary.
Pedal to the metal, keep your gaze on the road, our channel's content is pure gold.